Asmongold versus Hasan isn't quite like The Rock fighting John Cena, but like when John Cena shows up when you're just about to go, as Hasan desperately tries to drag down Asmongold.
Black fatigue? Oh yeah. Asmongold is entertaining the new meta of black fatigue, which is like, I'm sorry, the lamest way to be a white supremacist.
When Asmongold can easily prove Hasan wrong.
It's actually embarrassing. Like, what is this? This is crazy.
You just can't openly be racist. You have to just be like, oh, I just have black fatigue.
This is exactly why black fatigue is a thing. Black fatigue isn't a thing. Why are you literally just lying?
As this isn't even the first time Hasan has tried to spread lies about Asmongold.
Asmongold on top. Bro, Asmongold thinks dudes that look like you should perish from the national borders of this country. He's like, Asmongold be like, you're close enough in San Diego. You might as well move to the other side of the border. And this,
as he constantly frames Asmongold as a racist.
India had Gandhi. It's the country of peace and harmony. Asmongold had a fairly balanced take. Dude, Asmongold would literally laugh at you being ethnically if you're Indian, okay? He thinks brown are inferior. What the f are you talking about?
So between the fatigue comment, the comments about Mexicans and Indians, all within what seems to be a month, this just looks like projection more than anything, as I've watched a fair bit of Asmongold streams recently, and I've never seen him bring up race against anybody. So Hasan's constant projection seems more like a self-confession more than anything. But it's the least of Hasan's worries, as what happened in DC put all eyes on Hasan, especially when he seemed to almost cover for him.
I'm not Mr. False Flag at all, but like every single thing that he did in the aftermath of the is so crazy that it's like, you could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag incident at all. I'm not saying that. I think this is just a one dude who is genuine in his actions and maybe, you know, a little bit brain broken.
As when Hasan read the manifesto, even when on emoji-only mode, his live chat seemed to support him. But that shouldn't be surprising, as Hasan has been known specifically for this for a while. And after those murders took place, everyone knew Hasan was screwed, as he would either need to call the killer out for being evil and alienate the audience that he's cultivated that supports it, or he doubles down and goes easy on the shooter, making it look like he supports it himself. Either way, he's losing. But after Hasan's Saturday stream, he was banned off Twitch, where he shared it was over his improper handling of propaganda, as obviously Pepsi and Disney don't want their advertisements played between clips of Hasan talking about false flags, how the guy was genuine in his actions, and reading the manifesto while hearts get spammed in the chat. But it doesn't really mean anything when apparently the ban was just for 24 hours, essentially just giving him Sunday off. Where Asmongold chimes in, stating it's more of a reward than a punishment as it just gives him more attention. And Grums calls out how being mean to someone on Twitch gets you a 2-week ban, Asmongold got a 2-week ban, and this will all come back to bite Twitch in the near future, as it seems it already is, with some people reporting a 50% reduction in ad revenue, while others report a 75% cut, now considering moving to other platforms. And Hasan says the same.
Let's say you pressure institutions hard enough that Twitch actually enforces some sort of ban, okay? And then what? I go on YouTube, I start my, I continue live streaming on YouTube. YouTube is not going to take these kinds of pressures seriously.
For one, this guy already destroyed Twitch revenue, so don't come over to YouTube to do the same, as I, like many people, could not survive a sudden 75% pay cut. I got a sick cat that just turned 15 that now needs expensive prescription-grade cat food. But also, Hasan has no idea how much more censorship he would face on this platform versus the platform that lets him get away with essentially everything, as I'm convinced Twitch prioritizes spreading propaganda higher than bringing in ad dollars, and Hasan's short ban proves it. So moving to YouTube would probably fizzle out his career even faster, as even with Twitch's front page features, Hasan slips even farther behind Asmongold. And as Tectone calls it out, Hasan just doesn't drive viewership.
But Hasan has not built up that credibility to have any draw doing anything else. That's why when he comes on the OTK streams, the viewership barely changes by maybe 1,000 viewers. Where are all of Hasan's 40,000 viewers coming over to watch NMP's game day? They didn't show up.
I've said this before. Whatever viewership you get with a front page feature on any platform is your absolute cap. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hasan moved off platform without the insane levels of support he gets from Twitch to only average a couple thousand live viewers. So that's why Hasan acts like Asmongold's ex, constantly acting out just hoping he'll acknowledge him.
And say a collective thank you to the government for keeping us safe.
Shut the f up, you cockroach. Oh my god. What a disgusting little creature this is, okay? Would you debate him? Yes, but he runs away from that sort of thing because he knows he would be humiliated because all he can do is just like chirp from his hug box, and that's it.
Which Asmongold has zero use for.
Because he knows he would be humiliated because...
I don't debate people. I don't argue with people for any reason. I don't do it with anybody.
All he can do is just like chirp from his hug box, and that's it. And it is what it is.
Isn't that what Destiny says about you?
That's why I don't consider this a rivalry as much as a charity, because sadly an influencer's career is oftentimes based off of relevance, and nothing makes you more relevant than a public beef with a larger creator. Just look at how the H3H3 Hasan debate ended up with Ethan averaging more concurrent viewers than Hasan, as everybody's too entrenched in their own beliefs to acknowledge an objective winner, so it doesn't matter if you look like an idiot shouting Ethan and the word racist over and over, you've still managed to regain relevance. The problem being, this time he's gaining relevance for the wrong reasons, as Zack highlights how people like Hasan are actually holding back the entire liberal movement.
Until the far left admits that they have a major problem with anti-Semitism, I have phrases won't be resolved. Yes, exactly. Like, this is the big issue, is that it is impossible for them to admit that they have a problem. It is impossible. They cannot and refuse to admit that they have a single problem with this, and that's it.
With Tectone pointing out how it also holds Twitch back.
I'm so worried that if this behavior isn't addressed, if this isn't punished fully, there's no way I would be going to TwitchCon this year. I would be horrified. I would feel so uncomfortable existing, knowing how many people of that convention are consuming this content. I absolutely would not go.
Which brings up a much larger issue. Why would you want to go to a huge in-person convention just to be around the people in Hasan's live chat? And the more the mainstream starts to notice Hasan's insane antics, the harder it'll be for Twitch to scrub his stink off of their brand. And then I don't know what'll hurt Hasan more, getting booted off the platform or handing over his crown to a Roach King. Why doom scroll on social media all day when you have my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality? So subscribe to Decoy Voice.